it's Bob LaChance, Chris the Drummer Bowles from this week's Preforeclosure Tip of the Week. This week we're going to be talking about satisfaction of debt. And this is in lieu of a property that we actually just are about to close on. And this question actually came up. And let's identify, Chris, exactly, give us a definition of satisfaction of debt, because I can already see people are saying, okay, what is satisfaction of debt? What does that mean?
What are we talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Satisfaction of debt has to do with when the lender receives a full payoff or a satisfaction of the mortgage. Obviously, if there's equity in the property and buyer comes in and there's enough proceeds to pay off the loan entirely, that's actually obviously one scenario. But when we deal with short sales, they also it's considered a satisfaction even if they don't get their full payoff. That's the whole point of a short sale. Basically.
So our short sale acceptance letters, and we're going to go over one in the verbiage on our Linton loan servicing. Yep. One of the verbiage actually says, and we saw this, or actually this came to our attention last week. We had the question asked, and it is number 6 on a Linton loan servicing short sale acceptance letter. It says Linton Loan Servicing LP will provide a satisfaction of debt within the statutory time limit governed by the property state. Okay, it's extremely important. So if you close on a short sale accepted property today, the state, governed by the state, the bank actually has a certain amount of time where they have to record the actual satisfaction of that mortgage. Okay, so if you're buying the property today and you're preparing to resell it next week, the week after, or 30, 60, 90 days later, make sure you go on the website. Okay, what website could they go on to find out what their statutory limit would be?
Well, good website to go. There's many websites that are basically have all of the legal statutes for all the United States.
Just Google
it. You can do something like that. Just Google like real estate United States legal statutes. I think the website that this came from was I want to say it was realestate.uslegal.com.
Okay. All right, and let me just read to you. Satisfactions generally, and we just pulled this off from online, but this is actually extremely important. Satisfactions generally, once a mortgage or deed of trust is paid, meaning short sale, accepted, letter, funds are wired to the bank. The holder of the mortgage is required to satisfy the mortgage or deed of trust of record to show that the mortgage or deed of trust is no longer a lien on the property. Okay? The general rule is that the satisfaction must be in proper written format and recorded to provide notice of satisfaction. If the lender fails to record a satisfaction within the set time limits, the lender may be responsible for damages set by statute for failure to timely cancel the lien. Depending on your state, a satisfaction may be called a satisfaction, cancellation, or reconveyance. Okay? So look at your short sale acceptance letters and look to see if it's one of those three things. Okay? Some states still recognize marginal satisfaction, but this is slowly being phased out, so on and so forth. Okay, we're in the state of Connecticut. I pulled up the Connecticut statute here. It says demand to satisfy. It says following payoff, which means the short sale accepted, funds wired.
Right.
The demand to satisfy shall be by registered or certified mail to the mortgagee,
which is the lender.
Mm-hmm. Who then has 60 days to record the satisfaction. 60 days. So if you're buying and selling, make sure that your title company or attorney understands that. You may be listening to me saying, how the hell does an attorney or title company not know this? Sometimes they don't. So you may have to educate them on that. Pull it off the site and educate them. Unfortunately, those are the facts. Yeah. Penalty. We have a deal right now going on in the state of Connecticut that we're actually looking to make money on. Okay, because a deal closed 3 years ago and they still have not sent the satisfaction of mortgage, and the new owner's trying to sell it. Okay, so that's huge. And let me explain to you something. So the penalty. If mortgagee fails to record satisfaction of mortgage within, this is state of Connecticut, 60 days of receipt of demand from mortgagor, mortgagee shall be liable for damages at the rate of $200 for each week after the expiration of such 60 days, that kind of gets confusing, up to a maximum of $5,000 or an equal amount to the loss, blah, blah, blah. So we're actually going for $5,000 from the lender. Pretty cool. Okay, so make sure you guys look at that stuff, because in the game of real estate, or the business of real estate, transactions happen on a daily basis, especially when short sales, buys, and resells happen. Guess what? You may be able to collect some money
Exactly.
in the future. But anyway, that's a pretty good tip of the week.
Yep. And
Okay.
check out that website, guys, because it's got all 50 states on there. And basically, you'll find that probably the majority of the states nationwide, anywhere from like 30 to 90 days is what you
That's
see.
right. 39 days. You have some that are 10,
some
maybe
are 10.
one or two that are 10 days. That actually they have to get that thing recorded. So
You have a handful where the clock doesn't start for the lender until the seller requests it formally. So,
Okay. So you're gonna have, there's a lot of differentiations. Is that even a word?
Differentiations?
Differentiation. That's not even a word, is it?
I don't know if
That's not a word, is it?
That's
That's a word.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, that's this week's pre-foreclosure tip week. Everyone else, make sure you guys check out our managemyshortsale.com. Like I said last week, we're revamping this system. It's unbelievable. It's our online short sale management and loan modification tool. This week we have our open Q&A and training webinar. Anyway, Bob LaChance, Chris the Drummer Bowes, this week's pre-foreclosure daily grind tip of the week.
Somebody wake me up. Somebody wake me up, yeah. Somebody please wake me up. Whatever happened to the butterflies? Whatever happened to the summertime? And the feeling I got the first time that I saw your eyes, I know. Whatever happened to the honesty? Went out the window with the best of me and the rest of me. And lately I just don't know up from down. Whatever happened to the friendship? Whatever happened to your hips and your lips and a kiss and